So just before we started, Spencer said, "What does SD stand for?" He's talking about the SD card, and I was like, "Storage device." And they were both like, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah, storage device card." But Craig's been trying to figure out the camera because the SD card was freaking out, and you've just been laughing to yourself this whole time, and I want to know what you're laughing about.
Just a little hee.
Stinky dookie.
Okay, that was it.
Dumb.
That was. Are you kidding me? You built it
So
up for that.
I didn't say
you
anything.
Kept
You
laughing.
built it up.
No. You kept laughing. Like you would come up with the funniest thing ever. You were just sitting there laughing at Stinky Dookie.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
We were at the 5-star restaurant of Spencer Humor, waiting to be served. Sister came out and was like, grilled cheese, and we're like, are those craft singles?
Yeah, there's witty one-liners. There's like
They can't all be good, guys.
There's
most of them are.
They can't
first
all
time
be.
seeing you miss.
There's,
They can't all be.
There's like under the cuff remarks. There's gotchas, but really the gotchas have come from the Jacob Humor restaurant, and she's just adopted them. But
Hey, now.
but she's
Stolen
putting me
recipe.
out of. They're better, and she's putting me out of business.
Better
So I'm just
prices.
fuck. I can't do the goddamn D's nuts anymore because everybody's tasted them and they all hate it.
You gotta move on.
But they moved on. They've gone to the Spencer restaurant. They've got gotchas there, and they're better and they're tastier.
They've got gotchas there. Wow.
And they get you more. And they're also like they don't always have them on the menu either. You get there and they're seasonal. But when they show up, they're the greatest goddamn thing you've ever eaten.
But to everyone, this is like the perfect example of what it actually is like. Like this is a bit within a bit, but
really,
seriously, this is exactly what it's like.
Really. But then, oh my god, it's like the Craig humor. Like, at least for me, my perspective, it's like a food truck that comes in sometimes.
I was gonna say a food truck.
Oh my god, it's so good every time. And
It's a food truck that
it doesn't matter what's
runs
around.
you over.
You go to the food truck, you have to wait in line with like 100 people, and you get something, and you eat it, and you think about it for months, literally months, until it comes back around, and you're like, yeah, and you go back, and it's delicious. It's amazing.
I still think about you as Sarabella saying, "What did his mom taste like?"
What?
All the time.
What?
Our companion.
Yeah, the guy that we...
Rick Wiggins?
Yeah, and they ate his mom.
He ate his mom.
That's right, he did.
I don't know what how the lines come out. But first you say that, I turn and go, "What is mom?"
I like that was your first question. That's the funny part. Yeah. God damn it.
God damn.
We were
That's
talking
another
about
thing
that.
I missed out on.
That was it. Yeah.
Oh.
It's okay. We played Questo and it was a lot of fun.
okay.
It was a lot of fun.
I wanted to play any of it.
Yeah.
I want to play Fallout. I want to play Questo.
Yeah. Well,
losers.
I think that started something because afterwards we were all like, we got to do this again because
Hell yeah.
everybody had a lot of fun.
Good.
Emma, you actually fuck Questo, fuck Fallout, all of it. I'm sad you didn't get to see Greg, which was Emma's monk that she played. It was the funniest fucking thing.
I've heard good things.
Yeah.
Oh, Emma's not even a restaurant. Emma's a drone strike.
Yeah.
Emma's like, well, they're not going to push the nuke button. That's not going to happen.
No,
and then you look outside and you're like, we could have a nuke today. And then you're like, ah! And Emma destroys me.
Yeah.
Emma surprises me so much because Emma is extremely anxious.
Yeah.
And she's not that Emma's funny. She's just not that she's not running around trying to make everybody laugh all the time. She's not that kind of funny. So when she sits down and we do a stream, I'm like, I don't know what she's going to do. She might just kind of chill out and play. I just want her to have fun. And then she's like the improv master out of fucking nowhere. She's got zingers and she's got, god damn it. She's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there were, you guys went to like a portal and Emma is playing a really old man named Greg. And she's talking like this the whole game. And they're like, you don't know what's going to, we can't go into that portal. We don't know what's going to be in there. We could die. And she'll be like, I've seen it before. And be like, and Marshall's like, the devil could be over there. And be like, I've seen the devil before. She's just playing off of it so well. So yeah, it was really stupid, but it was a good time. Yeah, it was fun, and we played all 3 adventures in one game, which I was really happy about. Which just it was cool. It was cool.
That's fun. What a little blast.
Did you hand me the wrapper? I don't like to eat the wrapper. Okay.
If only I discovered things about my friends that I would carry for the rest of my life that weren't negatives.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
No,
Just for...
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Craig and Mia spent all of Saturday and Sunday
Too much.
playing Destiny, trying to get that jacket from the raids. I'm just saying words.
No, you're all of it's right so far.
And you guys were going through it.
Yeah.
You spent like 10 hours on one scenario on Saturday.
It was bad.
Jesus
bad.
Christ! But you did it.
We did.
And that's fucking.
It was great. After that, my brother, who's 11 years different than I, he's like, it's really nice because I was talking with Dad the other day, and he said it's really weird to see my kids grow up because at one point I was playing games and Craig was carrying me through it, and now I'm playing games and I'm carrying you through it. And I'm like,
That's really funny.
He's great. He's turning like 18 next year.
Wow,
it's fucking nuts.
That's great.
Yeah, it's
Poor
crazy.
bastard.
He's fucking working at Taco Bell. He's like, everyone's so mean. I'm like, yes. There's no need for anyone to be that fucking rude to anyone working fast food.
No.
But honestly, it's going to humble you, and you'll be the nicest person alive.
Really?
You'll come out there and going, I'm just going to be nice to everyone. Because
you'll know how to
fuck
build
that
a
one
burrito.
person. Yeah. Munch it up.
It's really working in retail or fast food will change you for the rest of your life.
It'll change
I'm
how you
so
interact with
glad.
people.
I hated working at Target, but I'm so glad I did it. God damn.
Teaches
It
you how
makes
to
me
interact with
appreciate
people.
everything.
Yeah.
Shit, what was I gonna say? You're talking about Taco Bell, and I was gonna say 17 is the worst age. If you're 17, I'm sorry. When I was 17, I hated everything. I liked being 16 because I was still too young. But 18 is like the point where you can start doing adult things. But when you're 17, it's like everybody's expecting you to do adult things. You're just not fucking there yet. So you're just in this transitionary phase where you're like, I'm almost an adult, but I can't really drive yet unless you started at 16 and worked really hard.
Yeah.
And then most jobs are going to be like, no, because you're not 18 yet. So you're just like almost fucking there. I hated being 17. I was like, I want to be 18.
I hated being 16.
16 was fine.
It's mostly because I was a junior in high school, and my junior year of high school.
See, I graduated when I was 17.
And so did I.
Yeah. Wait. Really?
Yes.
Did you wait? Were you? So you were 17 when you were a senior, right? Mm-hmm. So you turned 18 that August.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I turned 18 that October.
Yeah, 17 was great. I moved out.
I was 16 when I was a senior.
Yeah, 16 and then 17.
And then turned 17. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I wanted like all my freedoms already, and I just didn't have them yet. But then it's weird because I had already graduated, it was like, okay, go do life now. So like that summer right after I got out of school is like I couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
And I was just waiting. And I'm like, can I just be fucking 18 already?
I had a very lucky opportunity to be in kind of the opposite position to that, where I was allowed to make a lot of very adult decisions. But I was like 17, 18, and I was very poor at them. I did very terrible things. And it's just a learning curve. And a lot of it's like, and there's a lot of the shit that I carry around and was like, God damn. That was really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But you're 17 and 18. You're stupid.
Oh yeah,
stupid.
of course.
Yeah, that's what it is, unfortunately.
Man, I look back, it's so weird, like, thinking about how on top of everything I thought I was when I was like 19. And when I look back and I think about the situations I was in, I was like, why did I do that? It feels like a blur.
Yeah,
like, I don't know why. It just feels like I wasn't taking like a second or two to think more about what I was doing. I was just doing. I was just like, I'll do this. I was like, why the fuck was I doing that? Yeah. Like I look back at old videos because like I started the YouTube channel on XP. That was like 5 or 6 years ago. So I was like 19, 20 when I like started that channel. And like when I watched some of those videos, I remember like filming them, and I remember like what was my thought process behind this? Oh, there really wasn't one. I was just kind of like, I'm gonna do this, and I just did. Yeah. And now I don't know why, but like my brain decides to be like, hang on, think about 3 or 4 possibilities. Okay, now go. Yeah. And like maybe consider, and then that'll like change things, and sometimes I won't do things, and now I'm like, well, now I'm like anxious about it.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was like 19, there was like zero anxiety. I was like, I'll go do that. I might die, but oh well.
Yeah, I feel like I was imitating a lot of people and not actually doing anything.
100%. I still feel that way.
I was like, I've seen someone do this. I could do it that way.
Yeah.
And you're like, No.
Yeah, but from what I've
No.
heard from people
Terrible.
who are in their 30s and 40s, that never ends.
No,
You just
it
still
feels
feel
that
like
way.
you
Yeah.
still feel like you're imitating everybody else, and you, which is like, all right, cool. That's never going away.
That's good enough, I guess.
Oh man, I just didn't know that was what I was supposed to do. That's the worst part. It's like when I was like 18, 19, I was like, I guess I'll just pretend that I know what I'm doing,
a lot of it.
and without realizing that that's what everybody's doing.
No one knows what's going on.
God
Everyone's just
damn it.
lost, and they cry in their shower. They go,
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Do you know what I think about? Like probably once a year, maybe a little bit more than that, about our first apartment.
What?
The fact that we all shared a mini fridge for like months.
Yeah.
And we all put our groceries in it.
Yeah, I think like the first few months we lived there, we just couldn't afford a fridge.
Yeah.
But Logan had a mini
We
fridge.
did. And he let us.
You'll fucking live out of it.
He
Yeah.
let us borrow it.
Yeah.
Also, that apartment when we lived there, DoorDash didn't exist.
It didn't.
So
Yeah.
it was like we had to either make food or get in our car and go eat food somewhere.
I was talking about it with
What a
Lacey
strange
today.
time.
Lacey and I went grocery shopping together for the first time in like 2 or 3 years. And it was weird because we were talking, because a lot of it was like, it gave me back memories of when we
Wait, like
first
together, or have
No,
you
together.
not been grocery
No,
shopping? Okay.
No, I usually do it alone,
Got
or
it.
if I have someone else. Because normally that's like the thing I do during the day.
Okay.
Is like I'll go grocery shopping, I'll fuck around. But just happened that our schedules aligned today because she had like a meeting for something because she's graduating and transitioning to Fresno State. And she's like, I'll come with you, which is not normally a thing she does. And it was a lot of fun, but a lot of it, we were reminiscing on the fact that the last time we were really doing this, like what we had to survive was when we first moved out, and then how grueling it was to live out of a mini fridge, out of someone's fucking pool house.
Your pool house,
A little pool house. We had a skillet, and that motherfucker did work. We didn't have a
Yeah.
microwave. We had a
Dude,
skillet.
yeah,
and
we
to be
also
honest,
had one
that
pan.
skillet or
Yeah,
a hot
one
plate.
pan.
It
you'll
was
fucking,
one pan.
one pan.
Yeah.
One pan
Yeah.
that came from my grandma's RV.
And pink plastic plates.
the pink, the
Yeah.
cups.
everything came from my grandma's RV.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
you just you're prepared. You learn something. You live out of a pool house, and you work at Target, and we didn't live out of the pool house,
No,
but
we had a.
But everyone has their own
Yeah.
figurative pool house.
Exactly.
Everyone has that thing.
We bought a taser so that we could go check our mail.
Fuck.
there was fucking wackos
It
that
was.
lived where we lived.
There was,
Oh my God.
There was one lady that lived there that I think we were all genuinely afraid of.
If you guys go to the first How to Play Rogue video, and at the end when I'm like stumbling around, I'm like, this is why rogues are overpowered. That's the parking lot to that apartment complex. And that day was the one day that there was nobody out there, but it was because it was 110. So my face is red and I'm sweating. And that's just because it was so hot. But normally there was just like, man, there were some nefarious fellows.
Nefarious fellows.
Really, you just avoid each other and then you're fine
Yeah.
and you were okay. But there was this one lady who was cracked out all the time who walk around with a shopping cart.
Yeah.
And, man, we were all scared of her. She was tiny and I don't think she could have really done anything, but we were all
Unknowable.
terrified.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Who
just
knows what
unknown
happened?
variable is the thing. We just never knew.
They're quick. Who knows?
She only spoke to herself. We'd see her walk around town all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we would see her in places that were so far away from
And
us.
then
We'd
we'd be like,
drive somewhere and
she's
see
there.
her and we're like, holy shit.
And then you drive home and she's already there. It's like,
She's fucking fit.
God damn.
running.
Yeah, yeah.
Running.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's tough to be very young
Yeah.
and learning on your own. I'm very lucky that I had someone to do it with.
Yeah, it makes you grateful.
Oh yeah, no
Because
doubt.
goddamn, I would have starved by the side of the road. I would have been dead already.
Same.
There's only so much ramen you can eat. You're
Yeah.
like, I'll just
I'd have rolled over and died.
go. I'll leave.
Yeah. I can't go grocery shopping without her. I sometimes I'm like, why don't you just go? She's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to. I'm like, all right, well, fuck.
Yeah, it took a lot. Honestly, it took a lot to. When Lacey got sick, it warped. I mean, COVID warped everything too.
Yeah.
Of course. But when Lacey got sick, it warped everything. Because normally the routine was like, she'd do either a graveyard, because that's what she did, or we'd go at like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. when she got back, or
Fucking 3 a.m. Winco? Oh my
it's the
God,
best. That's
I
the thing.
remember that.
Is that we'd go do Winco shopping at like 4 a.m.
Yeah,
and
'cause
it was
it's
just a
24
fucking
hours.
blast. I'd get up.
Yeah.
There's
at that
nobody
time.
in there. Oh,
To be honest, it was super fucking freeing. freeing. It was just a ton of fun to go
Yeah.
in there and shop.
And also, you
at the
feel
time
like
we had to use a calculator. Like it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
we were counting every
Yeah.
fucking penny.
Yeah.
I used to do it out of habit when I go, just so I know. But it was like we were doing it every time.
Yeah.
And when she got sick, it was really hard to go by myself for the first couple times. And it was just weird and how overwhelming it was to do it like without like another person.
Oh, man.
It was tough.
That
Not
sucks.
only during that, but COVID too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was like
Scared.
sometimes I was like, "You fucking better not grab those fucking mayonnaise jars." I
Yeah.
swear to God, my wife has one comfort. If
Yeah.
you take them, I'm gonna fucking break you over my back. It was, but it's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, there's also this like you're like outside of time too. So normally like when we go to the grocery store now, it's like we go in and it's like we have 30 minutes. And I
Yeah,
say that
yeah.
I'm like we have 30 minutes. We
Yeah.
have to get it done in that time. Otherwise we're going to spend way too much time. We're going to have way too much stuff. We're not going to have time to do anything
Yes.
else because we have a schedule now. But man, there was something about going at 2-3 in the morning. And like nobody's in there, and you're outside of time. You could be there until
Beholden
5
to
in the
no
morning.
one.
Nobody
Yeah, no
cares.
need.
I have no response. Well, I have to maybe do something tomorrow, but I have work at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm used to sleeping 4 hours
It's
before
a
I go to
world
work
away.
anyways. So let's just go and we're just like we have all the time in the world.
It was time to look at everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially at Winco. They have so much.
Yeah. We went to Save Mart today to get like a couple things, and we were like, we got to get out of here in 30 minutes, and we got a bunch of bullshit we didn't even need. And I was
Yeah.
like, if we were at Winco, it wouldn't be like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking eat that shit up.
We haven't been to Winco since like
Nah.
before COVID.
No, yeah. It's
I
just
remember
because
we-
now when we go, it's not in the middle of the night because you can't do that,
No.
and it's really crowded in there all the time.
We
Yeah.
did go to Winco once. It was when I was pregnant, and it was the only thing open. And I
I think I
wanted
kind of got
caramel
sick
apple.
of Winco though. Like because we lived right next to it, and so we would go there all the time. And
Yeah.
so now I think I'm just tired of it now, and I just don't even want to get near it. But
Well, and now it's like all the way across town.
See,
Yeah.
I always felt like a comfort thing because for COVID, we would always go to Costco and Winco, and we would like stock so we could just stay home for like months at a time.
yeah,
It's a meme. We have 2 fridges and a deep freezer at our house, and we lived out of those fridges and freezers almost the entirety of the time Lacey was sick.
yeah.
And we would go for and like spend like a ton of money to restock them all, and we wouldn't go shopping again for like 6 months. But now I don't even use the other one, and it's just that one, and I go every now and then. And to be honest, it's kind of fun, but it is
Yeah.
slammed. I do not go without my headphones anymore now.
It's,
But to be honest, the same thing happens though. I put headphones in.
Oh my God.
Everyone disappears.
Go, take
Not
your
a single
headphones.
fucking person.
If you're going by yourself, if you go grocery shopping by yourself, take your headphones. It increases it makes it 100 times
I'm
better.
in a whole different world now.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
so much fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy it because it's almost like time for me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm gonna go. It's almost like an excuse. Like I have the same thing, but now it's like I have to go to the grocery store, and I tell everyone in my household that. Everyone's like, it's nebulous because they don't fucking go. So like, he could be gone for 3 hours, and I'm like, no, I could be done in 45 minutes, but I'm going to get Sonic and
yeah.
I'm gonna go fuck around.
A little treat.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have 3 hours to myself, and I should have come home with chicken strips sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. It's
great.
very relaxing.
Oh, I love
You
that.
guys always have the good snacks.
Yeah. Oh, you guys haven't been over recently. I cleared off my entire bar on the right
Yeah.
side, and it's just filled with snacks now.
Oh, that's great.
Because I have too many people in my house with ADHD, and I have people come over with ADHD, and I'm like, if no one sees them, they won't eat them.
Yeah.
So I'm tired of throwing away shit. So I made an entire snack bar. I'll take a picture of it. It's riddled right now.
Please take a picture of it.
Yeah.
I need to convince her. She won't let me
No.
leave stuff out on the. I live
You
with.
either do it, but you have to do it. That's the thing. It is a
That's the
snack
thing.
bar.
I
made
do
it
it.
look a certain way, and it has to continue to be that way.
Yeah. And our pantry on this side, it's all snacks.
Yes.
This is all
Nope,
snacks.
it's in the pantry.
Bro,
The
the
cat
door's,
food
if
goes
the door's
in there.
closed, it's gone.
Yeah,
I know.
But that's how she wants to live. She wants to live in a
I-
house where
but
it's
I
empty,
also-
and you close a door, and it's like we live in a fucking zone of nothing. And it's like I
also-
can't fucking live like that.
I also want to live that way. I want to live in a sanitized environment.
Yes.
I want it to be
clear
clean.
counters. No. Like sanitized from everything out of sight. Everything's in its little spot, and all I can see is the countertop and clean baseboards. And I'm like, good. But I know where everything's at. It's
Yeah.
just put away. But you can't have that because sometimes people. But I'd rather have it eaten than go bad.
It's like I come out and it's like me sitting on the floor eating the crumbs that are in the dustpan, being like, "There's nothing here." You're like, "Well, if you open this door," and it's like,
Trust me.
I can't fucking see. I don't have the energy
Lacey's
for
the
that.
same way. She'll come out and be like, "There's no food." I'm like, "If you say there's no food one more time, I'm gonna turn your
There
head
is no
backwards."
food.
I was just at
There
Costco.
is
If I
food.
have to-
I just bought you chicken strips.
Yeah.
They're just hidden.
Yeah.
I don't want to go look for it. That's the hardest thing to do. Do
I
you know
will
how
say-
hard it is to find things?
This
so much
is
energy.
the first thing I realized that Lacey had to painstakingly explain to me, and it clicked for some reason. The coffee bar is really, or the snack bar is a trick. Trust me, I'll show you some things. And
The thing is-
life gets so much easier, and the interactions that it happens and spawns with goes to zero.
It's
not even some, just none,
zero.
and it's amazing.
The
But the thing, she comes to me now, and instead of saying there's no food, she already has like Cheetos, and she's eating, and then she's talking about something else that I also want to be a part
You're
of.
like, oh.
so my entire family has ADHD.
Yeah.
What does my mom do every time we come over? Every time we come over to her house on Sunday nights, there is a goddamn snack on the counter. There is a bar of something. There's a board, a charcuterie board, or there's just some fucking thing she bought and be like, here. And it's like everybody's happy because everybody goes, and then we sit down and we don't need anything else. It's just like, ooh, a little snack. Oh, and it's just because having to look for the food takes more energy than the energy it would take out of me to come down and there be a little bit of stuff on the counter.
Okay, I'm gonna start. You know how they feed
But that
chickens?
should be said.
Yep.
Okay,
What am I, a
right
bird?
there. No, right
Throw the seed
Right
out.
there. I'm clearing that off. That'll be your snack board.
I love that right there because for those you can't see, we have a Keurig and then we've got I did this. There's a bunch of pods and they're just out.
Yeah.
But as of recently, stuff has been getting put in front of it and now nobody uses it because they
no,
can't
that's
fucking
not
see
true.
it.
That's not true. People use it.
Yeah.
Mia and Jordan have both used that in like the past 2 weeks.
Because they're desperate.
For what? That
No,
fridge is full of shit too.
For me, it's because it's out.
Yeah,
and visible.
it's out. It's visible. It looks
not
like I can just go whoop and I get to have it. But it's
Yeah.
put away.
No, and I'll put snacks right there too.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a picture.
Sorry, I'm not trying to like.
That's my kitchen.
I know it is.
This is your kitchen.
Your kitchen.
This is my kitchen.
Yes.
I share this kitchen with
Ew.
a bunch of other people.
Yeah, and we buy every time we go to the grocery store. You go, let's get some snacks and for our friends.
I just know I want snacks. I don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
I'll show you, but I'm very happy with it, and it fixes my brain for working retail for so many years.
You're like,
that I restock everything,
Yeah.
and I fucking merchandise it, and it looks good.
It's like
and
those-
it stops me from going to get a real job again.
I'm
Those
just saying.
TikTok
half of me, I'm
videos
like-
where they're like
Yeah.
they're like putting it out.
Yeah,
mhm,
it
or restocking.
brings me a lot of comfort. I got little racks for everything.
Yeah.
and it's so much fun.
Yeah, take me to
That's
the
great.
container store.
I actually did really like
Containers are
those
so
little,
fucking expensive for no reason.
I know.
the baskets that you put
Silly.
in the pantry. I
Yeah.
really liked those, but they kind of got overflown with a bunch of random stuff.
Well, no, I organized.
But also they're not out, so I don't know that they're there.
Well, that's what I'll do. In our pantry right now though, there's one for the baby stuff. There's one that's like chips, and then there's one that's like miscellaneous snacks.
Yeah, but put it out.
Just don't.
Do you see how
What's the
Craig does
pantry
it?
for then?
You're gonna eventually have to do this for your daughter. I'm just saying. You keep saying that Pedro Pascal thing from SNL. Every time. So Spencer has little things that she says all the time. You guys don't see them because she doesn't. She does it on our stream sometimes, but like
Yeah.
you get something stuck in your head, or you get like a little line
there
of
for
something,
years.
and it's there. Well, it's not years. It's like weeks.
I've been saying 7 for years.
Tom Segura 7. Yeah,
Yeah.
him in his stand up going 7. Yeah, we say that all the fucking time. But no, you just have little isms, little Spencer-isms
Yeah.
that you just say, and they're just quotes. But they're kind of like in the going to stand up that John Mulaney bit where he's like, where his wife is like, I don't know, like brushing his hair or doing something. And she goes,
Oh,
monkey, monkey, man.
Yeah.
It's like. You're saying that, but also there's a little bit of truth behind it as well.
Yeah.
So you've been doing this thing with Marcy where you've been holding her and like she's like playing and you go, it's that bit from Pedro Pascal where he's the old lady at SNL. He goes, my song does not have ADD. He just likes to jump.
That's Marceline. That's her. If you, she's like,
funny.
she's practicing learning to like stand up, and like she likes to hold on to things.
Yeah.
But if you hold her, she does like a little bounce.
Yeah. She just likes to
She just
jump.
likes to jump.
Same.
Yeah.
I just like to jump.
Yeah.
That was me as a kid.
Not me. I'd like to.
She's going to come downstairs and she's going to go, Mom, there's no food.
Well,
And I'm gonna sit over there. I don't know why in this scenario I look like this. I'm gonna have my old man glasses and I'm gonna have my
You already have
newspaper
them.
and I'm gonna be like,
You know what?
Better
you know
call
what?
up Craig.
You know what? A lot of quite a few people I've seen on TikTok do.
Hang on. Wait, you don't get to get away with that. You just call these old man glasses?
I did.
You fucking bitch. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna get her a little. I'll give her my mini fridge. I'll put stuff in there for her. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
but they're like swaggy old man glasses, so.
Is this what it looks like for you to see?
No. That's what it needs to do to my eyes to get me to
I
see.
know.
So pretend that,
Zoom.
but backwards. Zoom. It's really funny that glasses do zoom for if it's not your prescription. But for me, there's no zoom. It's just like, oh, the blur filter went away.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a little bit of like a separation. Like sometimes I do that, like because I find little things to do and to keep my brain filled with dopamine. And like I'll close one eye and I can get the ridge to like a straight line, and I see where like the difference is, and I go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And then I don't know where the snacks are.
The snacks are gone. They are hidden.
I have to admit something to you, actually.
What?
I ate all your Pringles.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
They weren't my Pringles. This is the other thing.
They're our
that
Pringles.
Still
Our Pringles.
is not a thing between the two of us. And Sabin does it with Maddie too. Sorry, with the way I grew up, it's everybody's food.
Yeah.
All right? Colton understood that rule. Okay? If I bought it and I put it in a place where maybe it's not out, maybe it's in the pantry somewhere, but it's in a communal space, you can eat it. It's okay.
Yeah.
But even you, we're married, and if I eat, I don't even finish it. If I eat your snack, you're like, you fucking bastard.
Here's the thing. Whenever we go grocery shopping, normally it's like, okay, well, we need these things.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you'll just put something in the cart. You won't say anything. And I'm like, okay, that's his. He obviously wanted it. And then I saw your Pringles, and I was like,
it's the opposite.
he put those in the cart.
Yeah.
But I'm hungry.
You should assume that unless I look you in the eyes and tell you, do not eat this, which does not happen ever. But unless I do that, you can eat it, and I
think the last time that I've ever said like don't eat that, it was like leftovers from like a restaurant.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
fine. Yeah, but okay, there's the thing though. I'm not breaking that rule. If you tell me don't eat it, fine. But like, you and Logan.
No, I don't think I've done that in a long time. I don't care if you eat my food, as long as I'm not currently eating the food. That's what upsets me. Is I'll be like, that little spot right there is what I want to eat, and then you'll go. Oh. I'm like, fuck.
When my family would go to restaurants, it was like we spun the table. We'd all order.
That's fine.
And then we take our food and we're like, try it. We all try each other's food, and it's the greatest thing ever because you get to get a little bit of everything, and then everybody's happy, and and it's just a good time. And you and Sabin. We've converted you, but Sabin's like, nobody touches my food. I'm like, you bastard. Fair, you're right, but I hate it.
if we go to a restaurant and we're like, okay, let's share something.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, of course.
But if I order my own food and I am currently eating it, and you didn't start the conversation going, hey, can I have some of that when it gets here? You have to wait till I'm done.
I think I'm entitled to a little bit of it.
A little taste of it.
I think I can have a little bit.
Okay.
Yay. Sabin gets so mad because Maddie's the same way. Maddie's like, she just takes a little bite. It's just a little bite. You have a whole plate. I just want a little bite. All right? It looks good. I have ADD and I want a little bite.
I like to jump.
And you guys are so betrayed. You're like, how fucking could you? And I'm like, it was a little bite.
Okay, but your little bite for me is a very big bite.
Yeah, that's true.
You're like, you want to bite in my
just
burger?
Discovered this
Gone.
like, throughout being together. It's not gone.
Half of it is.
That's with drinks. That's the thing I've noticed. Throughout, never understood it until recently, like weirdly recently, that I've gone, we have different sized heads and mouths. Like if you compare our head sizes together, I'm like 2 to 3 of your head. I am enormous compared to you. So I think the space inside my mouth is so much larger than what yours is, which I couldn't fathom because I don't think about that. But like, whenever I take a sip of something, it's a sip. All right, it's a gulp. All right, I gotta get the flavor. Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever you take a sip, I'm not exaggerating. It's 2 drops.
It's not.
It's when it pisses me off. So every time we've been together and I'm like, try this drink, and you sip it, and if it has ice, I'm like, that was water. You just got the ice that sits on the top and melts. You just got the fucking water, dude. You didn't get anything. And I'm like, use the straw, and you're like, nope. I'm like,
I don't. Because you use metal straws, and I don't know if they're clean on the inside or not.
they are.
I don't know.
That you just believe they are, and they will be.
Yeah. I have a lot of anxiety about that too. So
Yeah.
I use,
If I can't see
like,
through
metal
it,
straws.
I'm not drinking out of
Yeah.
it.
I'm always a thing where sometimes I want a little soda, but a little bit, but like,
A couple drops.
yeah, like, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I have a whole can I don't need.
Yeah.
And like,
get
if
that.
Mia or Lacey will usually drink the whole thing after me.
I'm talking-
So if I ever get a soda, it's like someone's getting a second soda.
Try
It's
this.
like,
Try this. Let's experiment right now. Here's her try. All right. This is a bad example because it's a can. Okay, that looked like a lot.
Gulp.
All right, open your mouth. Let's see how much is in.
I already swallowed it.
You
That
can't.
one
We can't measure this. We'd have to like. Can doesn't do it.
Yeah. Maybe,
I've got
maybe
enough-
we can when we do.
I've
that,
got
like,
enough to like.
Coke versus Pepsi drinking.
you-
thing.
Oh, yeah.
If you were to put your tongue in the back of your mouth
Okay.
and curl it, that whole space is what is a normal
Oh my
size.
god, that's a lot.
Yeah, I maybe it's just me. I just
a
like
lot
a
of
lot,
liquid.
I guess.
Yeah, he like fills his entire mouth.
I also always finish my drinks. Okay, I always finish very rarely do I ever. Those fucking cans that were over there that were sitting right there, Craig, that you just threw away were not mine. Half of those one of them was Emma's and the other one was Marshall's.
What is habitual?
What is that right there?
Unfortunately, something is
That got
a
bad.
pattern. That's why I asked.
that got gross halfway through. That's not a good example. If the drink is good, I always finish it. I'm like the guy from Ratatouille, except it's not that I swallow, it's that I finish the whole thing. Which is 90% of my drinks.
guy
Okay,
swallows in
compared to
Ratatouille.
yours, it's the opposite. I think 10% of the time you finish your drinks.
Yeah. I finished my Dutch yesterday. It was good.
Did you really? Mm-hmm. Holy shit!
I don't always finish my drink, but I will drink on it for about 3 days. Like those tiny little Starbucks coffees,
Oh,
the
yeah,
glass
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll drink that over 3 days.
That's
sometimes.
I respect that. If you get something you don't finish it in the day, but you take a couple of days. I used to do that. That valid.
a couple days.
Yeah.
I try
that's fine.
to, and then our fridge is filled with half-finished Baja
There's-
Blasts.
yeah, it's all
and,
I
water.
think there's
Like-
like 3 half-finished drinks in the fridge.
Yeah.
And then we go grocery shopping, and I do the clean out before we go, and it's like, oh,
It's so
sorry.
funny too
Yeah.
because I solved it. I just started getting you smalls.
Yeah.
And it was perfect.
Yeah.
And then for some reason we forgot, and now we need to just go back to doing that again. I'm just gonna start getting you smalls because I've never in my life heard, man, I wish I had more. You never do that. You're always like, and I'm done.
Yeah.
I think half of the reason I'm just I'm giving you all the smoke right now.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You know what? I'm done.
good.
Hell yeah. I will say, when I have to clean out the fridge, it's most of Mia's leftovers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of her leftovers. But we do a system that if she sleeps on it for a day or two, it's mine.
Hell yeah.
Which, it's not bad.
There you go.
Because
Yeah.
that bitch gets like T-bone steak and forgets. And I'm like, a delicacy.
2-day-old steak. Ooh. The baked potato is very hard, but
Yeah. I need the butter to give it skin some longevity again.
Like half of it comes out of your mouth.
Exquisite. This one only has a little freezer burn.
Hide them in the freezer.
it's the ADHD. You put it where it fits.
You're like, ooh,
Yeah.
that's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. But there has to be a system, for sure.
Oh yeah.
For ours, it's about running a name on it. If you write your name on it, it's sacred. If you don't, you don't. It's up for
Agree.
grabs.
I
It's up for
100% agree.
grabs.
If you put your name on it, it's,
And if it's leftovers, you have 3 days. Mm-hmm. You have 3 days. If you don't touch it, it's going to go bad anyway. Let someone else eat it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Yep. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be so mean to you. I said a lot of things.
Oh no, it's all true
That was
though.
taking ways.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
It was?
I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
well.
I mean,
See? But you're right. I know you don't like to do this, but I'm gonna just make you do it anyways. You need to call me out on something. It's not so I feel better. It's just so it's fair.
Yeah.
about food specifically, or like.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Oh,
Pop
I don't
off.
have anything about food.
Oh, well,
Oh,
whatever.
then what do you have? I'm perfect.
We can wrap back around if you need.
I'm perfect.
Yeah, let's
is the
wrap
thing.
back around.
Yeah.
No, I'm
I wake up-
going through the things that
I
you're doing.
go. I wake up. I come
the
downstairs.
catalog.
I'm just flawless.
Yeah.
Oh, your ADHD thing about like the food not being where where you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing about you with clothes. If you haven't seen a shirt in a day, you're
Those
like,
I
I
can't
need to go
see.
to Target
Space
and
imploded.
buy more clothes. And like the other day, I went to Target by myself to buy like diapers and wipes and stuff. And you're like, can you buy me some socks? I'm like,
I hate to say it. There's one more step above that you can't experience. He can't wear your clothes.
no.
My wardrobe is already small because
Uh-huh.
exactly the same thing with Lace. Except she'll start to wear my clothes and she can't find hers. So then I come in and I'm like, where did half my clothes go? And she's wearing my t-shirt.
I used to piss off my dad because I would wear his clothes. He hated that shit.
Get out of here.
It's got. It's funny how long that is.
I'm like a rat. I go in there and he's like, "Get the fuck out!" He put a lock on his closet and put his socks in there because I'd steal them all the time.
There-
I found a lock pick and picked it and got in. You will not keep me
Hell
from
yeah.
the fucking socks.
I need some
dude.
socks.
But now she's half a third of my size. Nothing fits. Her socks, my toe doesn't work.
True. You wore one of my socks the
One
other
of them,
day.
I stretched it out. It worked.
It's a hellscape even beyond this.
But you're like, oh, I don't have any clothes. But I'll have washed laundry. And I'm like, it's just in the basket. I haven't put it away yet.
I
You're
have,
it's
like-
gone.
It's on the spot it's supposed to be, and so I don't have anything.
I have like 500 shirts.
I'm gonna wear this potato sack I found.
Yeah, and then
so many
then you have so many pairs of socks, and you're like, I can only find this one with a hole in it. I'm like,
I'm wasting away.
Have you ever experienced fresh sock?
Yes.
Oh, it's fucking
yeah, you
heavenly.
do every other day.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You're like,
Fresh sock's great.
if I send
Fresh
him to
socks?
Target by himself, he's like, I bought these socks and these 3 shirts.
I don't
And I'm
tell
like,
you. I don't tell you. I
No.
just get it, and then you go, "What the fuck is this?" And I'm like,
More socks.
I'm like, "Stop! I need it!" And I run
You
upstairs,
don't.
and I go,
You have more clothes than I do.
Closet,
And I lock
swing
the
my
door.
Socks, I
Yeah,
squeeze
yeah.
my duck.
and I go into my pile, and I make my nest, and I'm like,
Yeah, your pile. It's funny how long your dad's like mistrust of you with clothes has lingered because like probably
Is it
like
still locked?
two months after we moved in here, he messaged after we were over for like a Sunday night and he was like, "Did you guys take one of our towels?" And we're like, "Why the fuck would we
Why?
take a towel?"
Why? And even so, who cares?
"Yeah, no, yeah."
We had gone swimming, so I think he was
Swoop,
like,
it's mine.
"Yeah."
Now, what the weird part about it was
Towels are universal
it
anyway.
wasn't. It was fine that he asked. It was that he went, "Can you guys look around?" He mistrusted me so. I went, "Nope," and he went, "You should look." And I was like, "Dad, I don't live with you anymore. I'm not taking your goddamn towels."
I don't need them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But if I did, I would never tell you I did.
Yeah. It's my
You know-
towel
My towel
now.
now.
bitch.
Sorry, just another funny thing about towels. The day of our wedding, your dad went and bought towels for the bathrooms in our house to put out.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was like, we have
That's all you need to know
have
about my
towels.
dad. You want to know what kind of person
He
my
went and
dad
bought
is?
fresh
that's,
towels.
That's it. He went out and
some.
he bought towels and he came back. That's such a dad thing to do, though.
I guess so.
He's like, "Oh, you don't have towels. I'll go get some."
We did.
I do need to buy some new ones. My towel's a little scorched. You know.
Scorched.
Yeah, I use them, so I wash them, and then the washer and dryer are mean on them after 3 years. They're not nearly as soft. They're,
a little peely.
yeah,
Body,
a little
like,
scratchy.
You're so hot coming out of the shower. It's like
Yeah.
burning the towel.
The problem is I have
Ash
very
mark.
nice smart washer and dryer, but in the new house I did not move in and didn't have the same matching
Hookup?
attachment.
Yeah.
But I did happen to have my extra one that from not pool house but post pool house.
Yeah.
Okay, so a while back.
Scorches anything that's in it, and I have never
You take
upgraded.
the towel out of the dryer.
It's a smart towel
solid
into
brick.
the dumb dryer.
Yeah.
And it just fucking does this to it.
It's a circle when you pull it out. And you have to go in order to put it back in its towel shape. And then when you crumple it together, it goes.
I had to like rehydrate my towels. Put some water on them and they go.
Get bigger. All right, we should jump into questions.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh man, this fucking episode.
You can tell we've not hung out like
We need to
5
get
days.
we need to
I
get
know,
you a
really,
dryer.
really.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lacey said that we could buy new washer dryers.
Oh.
So I just feel bad because we just paid them off, and now I'm like, we can't even use the ones. And they're not broken.
Sell them.
To who? I don't wanna
We
sell
sold
them.
ours on Facebook Marketplace.
I
Facebook
would
Marketplace, that guy was here in 30 minutes, and he gave me cash. He was like, bye, and he fucking
I would
left.
rather just give it to someone. I
Then-
know that. Let's like, hey, are you moving into a pool house?
Yeah.
Do you need
a-
way better
That's fair.
start than I
That's
did?
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I want to do it. Lacey bought our mattress on a Facebook Marketplace. That's so fucking illegal. I could have
that.
had bed mites. Who knows
Yeah.
what we could have got?
Don't do that.
And she bought from a creepy old lady in Lemon Cove.
Oh.
Who knows who was conceived on that bed?
You still have it?
No. Okay. No. But we ask
Mattresses
questions.
are
That's a
expensive.
question.
They are.
We
There's
also
a lot
buy
of
new
really good
new
questions
mattress.
today.
Good.
So there's quite a few.
off.
We're gonna go back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Colleen, who by the way always asks amazing questions
Little
on this
banger
podcast.
questions.
All I know is that they have a Keyleth profile picture, and it's great. So great questions. I'm learning how to drive. Any funny car driving stories from y'all? Love you guys with 2 hearts. Thank you. Funny driving stories.
You taught me how to drive.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
And like one of the first times you took me driving, we were done. I parked a car and got out, and then slammed my thumb in the car door and broke it.
You didn't break it, did you?
I don't know that you.
It's ever the same after.
I mean,
It hasn't, so that's true.
oh my god.
You literally, like, she was on the
No
ground.
wonder you hate driving.
yeah,
That makes a lot of sense
Yeah.
now.
it was
Fuck,
not
man.
fun.
That's terrible.
Yeah. I remember how much pain you were in.
Yeah,
You were in a lot of
I
pain.
didn't.
It fucking
I
hurts.
didn't go to the doctor. I didn't have insurance, so I was like, it's fine.
It'll be
But-
good.
It
It's
was
like-
your thumb, and
it
you
was
were
like-
laying on the couch like, ah. Yeah.
Of all fingers, that's the most
Yeah.
one of the important ones.
Yeah.
You can lop the other 4 off.
I got
but not
one
the
of
thumb.
those like little things you put over it for like a week, and I was like, it's fine.
Oh
It's-
no. I don't know if I have any fun stories. I think I talked about the one accident I was in like a couple podcasts ago recently, where I backed into that stoner that was in the middle of the 2 cars, like with his
Yeah.
car off. Yeah.
Yeah. I liked the story of, I don't know if I should say that one, where you got pulled over for your headlight being out or your taillight.
Oh, and then I had the cop get in the
Yeah.
car. Yeah, I drove a beater. We all do. Pool house times, I was
Yeah.
driving a beater that had no air conditioning, and if it ran for too long, it would spill some kind of water into the passenger seat. So my dad's solution was just to cut out the carpet so it wouldn't mold because it would evaporate.
A+.
So I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
all right. So I had a beater,
Yeah.
and sometimes the taillights would just go out. And every time I got pulled over, I never got a ticket for it. At one time, I was in Fresno, and some guy pulled me. Not even like a fix-it ticket, like nothing on the record, so I could keep the lie going.
Yeah.
And a biker cop,
Yeah.
trying to find like a more
Motorcycle
appropriate term.
cop?
There you go. Probably
Yeah.
pulled me over, and he did it. And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I just had these fixed." He goes, "No, I'm not." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Would you mind pushing on the brakes so I can see?" And he did. He bitch got in. I had a car full of people that all knew driving the
"Don't
beater.
say shit."
They're like, "He's gonna fucking rope a dope him." And I'm like, "Can you get in the car?" And I start inside, and I was like, "Push it, huh? Push it again. Change gears. Well, I don't know what the fuck. That's weird as
Change
shit."
gears. Drive around a circle.
You drive on a circle with that. Well, I'm thinking of your bike. You can take
Yeah.
my car.
You get on the bike. You come over. You're like, hey, sorry, you got to fix this. And he's like, oh shit. He drives away with your friends. He's
It's
like,
rabbit season. Get on
holy shit. He drives back and you're gone.
Whether or not, I don't know if I was that sly, because handfuls probably not. And maybe the guy just played along with me.
I mean, still.
But it was, he did get in the car, push it several times to my command, got out, and was like, "No, let's go get it fixed." And I was
It's-
like, "Yeah,
it's just- I
I'm
mean,
by
it's great
myself.
that he-
I'll get it fixed."
Yeah, it's great that he played along, really.
Yeah.
That he went along with it, too. Like, that's
It's like,
great.
this will be fun.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
probably
Like,
19
all right.
year old, and I was like, "I don't know, man. I'm broke. And it's broke.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?"
God, that's so funny. I don't know if I have any really fun ones either. Most of my, like, okay. One time, these are all scary. It's the only ones that, like, that's the ones that stick with you. Nothing fun happens while you're driving. It's the stuff that you're doing in the car that's fun. But like things I remember are like when we went to go see The Last Jedi. I probably talked about this on the podcast. And you had gotten the tickets, and then we found out the day before that you had gotten them because they were in alphabetical order on Galaxy's website, and you got them for a Tescadero because it was first. And so we were like, shit.
Damn it.
So we had to drive like a few hours.
Commitment, though.
But we were like, we still wanted to go.
It
We
was
had the
opening
tickets.
night.
And also,
Might as well.
it's Star Wars. So like, it was the day before. We were like, shit,
Why
we're not
not?
going to rebuy tickets.
Yeah.
So we drove over there, and it was nighttime, and I'd never been there before. And like, I was probably like 20. How old was I? Was it 2017? So I was like 19 or 20. So, just doing, like I was talking at the beginning of the podcast.
Surviving.
And I don't know, there was like a road, and then I turned into the one way.
No, you didn't turn into a one way.
I turned it, like, I turned into the turn lane, went oops, and I like swerved over and kept going. And this cop pulls me over, and I didn't know where to pull over. I was just, because it's pretty small streets in a Tescadero, so like it wasn't like it was like all this space. So I was like, I don't know where to go. So I kind of just went off on the side of the road right there because I was like, I have to stop. And like he comes over and he's like, next time you can just pull into a neighborhood. And I was like, okay, thanks. And then he was like, what are you having to drink tonight? And I was like, lemonade from Del Taco. And he thought I was drunk. And I was like, no.
I'm just not from here.
And I'm like, I'm not from here. And he's like, well, then what are you doing here? And I was like, well, and I explained to him the whole thing, like in way too much detail.
He shouldn't have asked.
Because I'm nervous. Because I don't want something to happen. And I'm scared. And then he's like, okay. And then left. And I was like, he's like, just be more careful. And I was like,
he followed us until we pulled into the movie theater. And
you like followed us to a fucking movie theater.
They were telling the truth.
Where else was I going to go? But it was ridiculous. But
and then we saw the movie and went home. And now when you buy tickets on Galaxy, like, do you want to buy tickets for this city? And it's like,
I will say, they fucked too many people because the website double checks now.
Yeah.
Because they know they screwed something up several times doing that. Yeah, unfortunately, it is fun to drive though. I have a lot of fun ideas, memories of me and my friends going to the beach and then getting trapped on like just with like tons of traffic. And I have fun memories of my being in my beater and my friend's Jeep beater, and we'd be at standstills and we'd make sandwiches and we'd run across and give people like random people sandwiches.
That's awesome.
And it was just we were young and stupid, and it was stuck in traffic for 3 hours.
Fun.
And we made the fun of it.
I remember being stuck in traffic on the way back from
Monterey?
Yeah,
Monterey.
Yeah.
And which was recently, it was like a year ago, and we came back and we were like in them hills, and we were stuck because there was an accident. And it's a small road, so we just had to wait for help to show up. And this lady gets out of her car and she climbs up the hill. It's steep. The grass is up to your waist. It's like that yellow grass, and she walks all the way up, and she has to be like in her 50s, and she goes and climbs over like a barbed fence. No, it's barbed here, but not on the stick. And she like goes over it, climbs up all the way, like goddamn Frodo going to fucking Mount Doom, and then comes back. And I was like, she took a piss.
Yeah.
Wow, she was determined. And we we're just stuck there. So, and we have nothing to do because we have no internet. And that was like our entertainment. We're like, wow, is she gonna make it? She almost fell. Oh, she's good. Because it's like loose dirt too. And I was like, wow. And then she came back and we were like, hell yeah, nice. She did it. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
I'll say some of my most fun. We recently went to Legoland and we got caught in this really bad traffic jam in LA. And this guy was like rolling pallets on some kind of pallet jack or some kind of wheeled thing. So there's the highway, and there's this part that goes underneath. Normally for us, we're very lucky because we have like flat plains. It just goes under, but this one like dove deep into it because we were like in LA and they were just trying to find space. And this guy was taking it from where we were and running them down the hill underneath the underpass, hopefully getting enough speed so he would clear back up the other side.
Whoa!
And these were like, he was a short kind of dude, so he was probably like, I don't know, 4, 5. And the pallets were like 10 feet tall.
Holy shit.
And he would get to it, and you'd see him preparing himself, and we're like, what's that guy going to do? And we look back, and we're like, no. And he just fucking runs. And we're like, Dude, there's like semis and cars getting off an on-ramp. And he's fucking running down this hill as fast as he can. Everyone's
That
doing
guy's
this.
living life.
And he clears it. He got enough speed to go up the other side. Well, like, he does that every day. He has to do that every day. Because I would not have the confidence to go,
No.
I'm just going to trust that God has me in his hand. And I'm going to run. I'm going to run.
You hit the ground, you go nowhere and roll. Holy shit. That's amazing.
It's a lot of fun.
You got a question?
You know how we've had that experience with that stank cat?
Yeah.
Steak cat.
I got a thing on our ring. It was like,
Oh, no.
is anyone
It's like,
missing a cat? I thought it was the stank cat. It wasn't.
oh, wow. That poor cat.
This cat looks much better than stank cat
Stank cat
did.
looked beat.
There was a cat trying to get into our house. Was
No,
in my
that
garage.
cat was in our garage.
Yeah, trying to get into our house, and it was like, I felt bad, but like, oh my god, it was a scary cat.
Yeah.
Craig's scared of it for life.
Me too.
I didn't because I didn't know how close it was
I-
to me.
Well, you thought
It was
one
more
of our
that you thought it was
I thought it was
our
one of
cat,
yours.
and then you're like,
I'm
hey, is
so
this
glad-
your cat? And I opened the garage, I was like, no, and you were like, ah,
Well, that's the thing. That was the craziest
and
shit.
Emma was like, oh, I'll get it, and you were like, ah,
like, get me
you
out
got
of
the
here.
fuck out of there.
I scooped him, put him
I
outside.
only saw it in the dark. 'Cause I
Feral
was like-
animal, it could have rabies.
It could have.
Run.
Because I went out to get a drill. I didn't even turn on the light. I just used it because I know better. Because every time I turn on that light, that fucking guy jump scares
Getting
me.
the
So
drill.
I'm not
Yeah.
doing it. So,
Jeeves.
The drill for
Yeah.
the cat.
yeah, I was getting the drill, so I had my iPhone on like a fucking like Resident Evil 6 in the house, and I'm like, oh, there's a cat out here. Okay, I'll grab it, and I leave. Then I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot something. Emma, can you go grab that? Emma's out there. I'm like, you know what? I need another thing. I'll just go help. And I go back there, and Emma has a light on, and she's looking for the thing, and I'm like, oh, be careful, don't let their cat out. And I'm in there. I'm like, oh, Emma, this isn't their cat. I'm freaked out. I was like, oh, it's not. I was like, Emma, don't touch it. Get away from it. How did it get in here?
We were watching Attack on Titan, and all I could hear was thud, thud, thud. The door, and it kept shutting. I'm like, okay. And I got up, I paused, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? But before I could finish, you're like, is this your cat? I'm like, whoa, what is that? No.
The cat got in the garage.
Yeah. I think we had the previous day left the garage open, and it was like,
That's why I assume.
Yeah.
Its poor thing was.
I was more surprised that you weren't adverse to how bad it smelled in there. It smelled awful
Yeah, that-
in there.
that cat-
because it like pissed and shit, and it's like it was a raggedy, gross cat, and like,
Yeah.
dude, we went in there, we were like, holy fuck, it smelled awful in there.
I figured. I don't know if I figured anything. I was just like, I'm here to get the drill. I'm getting out. But I was like, maybe that's why. Maybe someone had a little tummy ache, and you know what? You ain't shit in the house.
Yeah.
I can't put you outside because who knows what happens.
Sure, yeah.
I'm gonna take the L on this one.
Come here, stop breathing. No,
and then
no,
this
no.
morning I took the trash cans out like pretty early, and I was out there. I was like, I just want to hurry up and get out there and then go back to bed. And I was out there, got to the curb, and I heard meow, and I was like,
Where are you?
stink cat. It didn't show itself.
I know you're here.
It was just like, I'm here. I see you.
I'm not afraid of you anymore.
I am. He wants revenge.
And for anybody who's just like, oh, the poor kitty, it's like, I'm sorry, but like we have
Too many.
so many. I don't. It has to be something with Visalia.
You can't help
but
somebody.
like there
You
are
can't help them
so
anymore.
many cats. But just around, like our old neighborhood,
Yeah.
there was like we had like 5 cats in our backyard, and then out here there was none for a while. Now everybody's been moving in because it's a new
It's
neighborhood. Now
the
there's like
boonies.
3 or 4 that like wander around,
Yeah.
and we've got 4. There's too many goddamn
Yes.
cats. All right, neuter and spay your fucking cats.
Especially,
God damn
it's
it.
a terrible thing. My friend Bethany talks about it a lot because she lives out in the boonies. Is that people will sometimes leave and abandon the cats out in the country, and
Yeah.
they'll wander back
Really?
in, and that's where they're at because they don't spay and neuter
That
their
was
cats.
that was Moo, Emma's cat. We had a cat that lived in our old house's backyard. Who he kind of looks like a cow because
Yeah.
he's got like that cow print, and like you could. He's not like a feral cat. He was just he's a big boy, and
Yeah.
he
That
very
was-
clearly
that was
lived
the-
with people at some
yeah.
point, and we had no neighbors behind us. We just had fields. Somebody
Yeah.
just went out there and we're like, see ya, and just left. And he's
Yeah.
like,
that
fuck
was the
you if
thing
you do
about
that.
most of the cats that we had in our backyard, where they were all
Because that doesn't do anything. The cat
domesticated
just doesn't
cats
like
that
go.
people toss.
Yeah, it doesn't just go live in the wilderness.
No.
It just
No.
finds the nearest house and goes, hey, Hey, it's just now you made it my problem. You didn't. It doesn't disappear. It doesn't die either.
Yeah.
It knows it wants to survive. It's just gonna go. All right, where'd the people go? And it'll just go find fucking people, and then somebody new has to take care of it.
It is.
So
I mean, it's probably common for.
that's why Apple tagged Moose.
Yeah.
Like I know he's kind of an asshole, and I want him to live outside, but like I'm not gonna make it somebody else's problem.
Yeah,
he's
our
my
cat.
problem.
Yeah.
He's my cat now. I have to deal with him. And now he has an Apple tag, so I know where he goes. So he disappeared for months, and he was just in. Guess what? He was just in some lady's backyard because I don't know. He left.
So some cats. Also, cats are kind of like that. They're domesticated, but they're also kind of wild, and they might just go. I'm gonna go live over here for a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Exactly. But now he doesn't leave. Now we've been letting him outside, and he just hangs around. We're like, oh. All right, are you good?
Maybe it's close enough to like a field. He's just happy now.
I guess so.
We're supposed to go play.
I don't know. I think he freaked out because we had moved again, and now it's like okay. He now he's like I don't know where we are anymore. I need to get out of here.
Yeah,
We
if
moved
I'm not
twice
gone
in the
too
span
long,
of a month.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, "Where do I
if I'm
live?"
gone too long, I'm gonna come back and I won't be you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Now he's like, "Oh."
He's like
The most he does is
okay.
he goes. We put him in the backyard, and he'll hop the fence, and he'll come to the front yard.
He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hey, and it's like, buddy, you lived outside for a while. You have everything you need out there. I don't know.
No, he doesn't. I think he liked running up the trees and stuff we had in our old house. And
That's true too.
He doesn't have
'cause
trees.
It's new. We don't have trees yet.
Yeah.
Once we get the backyard done, they're going to be a lot
which
happier
are
back there.
hoping to do soon.
Yep. All right, speed round questions. Go.
Azarian105 asks, have you guys decided what the background of the set for Strixhaven...
Oh,
Oh, hang on. This is going to be battery well.
Uh-oh.
did it die?
It might be dead.
All right, gamers. Sorry.
We're in the dark.
We're in the
We're in the
dark.
dark.
Sorry.
Hey, who turned out the lights?
Yeah.
They ask, have you guys decided what the background for the set for Strixhaven will eventually look like?
Not really. I made like a little Pinterest board for Emma and Craig that I had some ideas for, but we definitely know. I know that Emma has some ideas. The one thing I was like for sure I wanted was the star arches, which is those like little floating like magic rock pieces, and I was seeing if we could do one of those like behind me where I'm gonna sit, or somewhere in the background. And then Emma and Craig really wanted to run with like Fire Jolt Cafe kind of vibe on one side, and then sort of like school, library, clutter core aesthetic kind of on the other. So we're still working it out. We don't know exactly yet, but we definitely have a lot of ideas, and it's gonna look great.
We've had a lot of help from Spencer too, which has been a fucking blast.
Yeah.
That's the most fun is when we have someone that's like a part of the little thing that helps out a lot, because then it's like, oh, you have a vibe.
I do have a vibe. I have a lot of ideas for this one.
Yeah, to be honest,
Soon.
we talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's gonna be so cool. It's
gonna be very
excited
cool.
about it.
Marion asks, what popular superpowers would be absolutely wasted on y'all?
I don't know.
Super strength. So I'm not built for that. What would I do with that? I just make it easier to carry the baby. And then I'd maybe sometimes like, oh, well, this is kind of helpful in this situation. But I'm not going to go out and start doing manual labor. I'm not going to go out and start building houses.
And helping people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fucking, what am I supposed to be, a good person?
I guess probably the ability to fly, because I don't know if
Yeah.
I'd say I'm afraid of heights, but
I was going to say the same thing.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't want to fly.
like, I don't know if I want to fly.
That's
Sounds
that's the
painful.
only one I want. That's number
What a-
one.
Yeah.
I want to be able to fly.
have to
Because
wear, like,
sometimes
a
I just
bug
want to go
shield.
up there and be like, and then come back down.
A bird comes over and slams you at miles an hour because it doesn't know about anything around it.
Yeah.
Get caught in a cloud or something. Who knows? I'm just too afraid because I'm not indestructible. If I go up there and get struck by lightning, I'm dead.
Yeah.
All three of those scenarios are just insane.
Yeah.
First of all,
I'd like
there's
to-
so much sky. A bird's not going to run into you.
I've never been up there. Who knows?
Clouds are just made of water. Third of all, how are you going to get stuck in the cloud? Just go down.
Get lost. Which way's down?
Just go down. Fall. Stop flying. Fall.
Oh.
Then
How do I stop flying?
I don't know. I didn't come up with the superpower.
I don't know.
I'd like to
Okay,
maybe.
I didn't know the power was a start flying, can't stop.
I'd like
It's a
to.
pretty shitty superpower.
It is.
I'd like
and
to
then the third
hover.
one, struck by lightning? Don't fly when there's lightning.
I want to see what's going on there.
You're picking the worst times to fly. You're going to fly into a cloud,
Yep.
fly. You have to get into the cloud, fly into a cloud, fly into a cloud of birds, and then fly into lightning.
It's not the same question, but I was thinking about it the other day. I don't think I would dislike living forever.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun just to change identity every now and then and be like, well, that person's dead.
Yeah.
Now I could be me, a different person.
I like that that's what ghouls do in
Yeah.
Fallout.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
just
that's
like,
neat.
I'm done with this person. Guess I'll be somebody else.
Yeah, I'll be someone completely different.
Yep.
I don't know. Most powers probably.
Yeah.
I'd hurt myself to some degree and I'd be dead.
I think living forever would be all right if you could. First of all, I don't think it should. First, fundamentally, never should happen. If immortality happens, AI, sure, that's scary. If we figure out immortality, we're done. Stop. Just stop. Just end it all. Like, fuck that. Because it's just gonna be fucking Elon Musk and 1%ers who are just gonna live forever, and everybody else
I've watched
gets shit on.
one too many Hunger Games and
Yeah.
It
Maze Runners
literally just turned
this
into
week.
dystopia. It would be
Yeah.
awful. So outside of that, if I could live forever, it would be awful unless I could decide. If I could, you could be like, all right, 6 months. Give me 6 more months, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
Or I can decide when I can die, because it would be agony to be like, the world is ash. A comet killed everything. I'm floating in
Oh, no.
space and can't
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
immortal but not indestructible.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Like
That's good.
elves.
Yeah, I would love to be an elf. I think it'd be way cool. Fucking
I'd like to live in
Legolas's
a
dad
little. Yeah.
fucks.
Thranduil. Yeah.
Yes, Thranduil's
His big ass
fucking
eyebrows.
hot. Oh,
Yeah.
I love a man with 90% eyebrow.
Elrond though.
Not nearly as much as his dad. Elrond's all right, but he's not his dad.
Emma was trying to convince me yesterday because it was funny. Brendan Fraser won an Oscar, which
Yeah.
is super awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so happy about that. But also, it was funny because we were watching my movie that night, and I picked The Mummy. So we were already watching him, and it was like that happened. I was like, oh, I didn't plan that, but that was kind of cool that happened. And I was watching with Emma, and I could not stop arguing about who is more conventionally. It became so backwards. I was like, Brendan Fraser is more attractive than Harrison Ford, because there was a comparison to Indiana Jones, and I was like, me personally, I think Brendan Fraser is more attractive. And Emma was like, yeah, because he's the male gaze. And I was like, I don't agree with that. And then it became, we were arguing
Harrison Ford's the female gaze?
Yeah, and that's what she was saying, because she was saying Harrison Ford is more attractive, but that's because Harrison Ford's the female gaze. And we ended up, it became backwards. We were both arguing who is more not conventionally attractive, and we were like, no, Brendan Fraser is uglier. No, Harrison Ford is uglier.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. The thing is, that argument would have been fine, but the movie was playing.
I don't find Harrison Ford attractive. He's
Hang on,
unconventional.
I should also
'cause
point
he's
out.
ugly.
Hang on. I should also point out, I don't give a fuck. I was saying about me personally, it's just, I don't know. Emma's my sister, and I guess I like to fuck with her.
Yeah.
And she says something kind of like, that's not the male gaze. I'm like, all right, this is going to go on for an hour now.
Yeah,
The hoops she'll jump through to try to continue to convince me of something I don't give a shit about. It's a horrible thing, but that's the only reason I kept going. I didn't actually care. It was just, it's just fun to argue with him.
Harrison Ford's ugly. I'm gonna take that stance. I'm not ugly, but I mean, he's attractive.
He's fine. I think he's conventionally attractive.
I think Brendan Fraser is more attractive than
I agree.
Yes.
I agree. I like the way
He's about
that
as
man
attractive
looks.
as fucking Clint Eastwood is. Both are fucking awful to look
Yeah.
at.
Yeah. Clint Eastwood's always doing this.
It's also horribly racist.
I'll kill them all.
Is he?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Is he
I don't
dead?
know much about
No,
him.
he's racist.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I thought you said he's dead. I was like, whoa.
No.
I didn't know he was
Soon.
racist.
Yeah.
That sucks.
No, he's old.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's old, but I didn't know that. That's news. That's new. I'm not terribly
Is it
torn up
news?
about it, but like,
Is this surprising?
No, unfortunately not. If you're in that spaghetti westerns,
Yeah.
you kind of get warped.
Yeah. Warped hard. Two gnomes on a wire asks,
Oh shit.
Jacob, since the DM's guide is still in the works, do you have any advice on running a campaign in the Fallout TTRPG?
Say it again. Sorry, I was thinking about something. I was thinking about how the camera isn't on, and I forgot.
For war.
It's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Two gnomes on a wire asks,
Yep.
Jacob, since the DM's guide is still in the works,
Yep.
do you have any advice on running a campaign for the Fallout TTRPG?
Yes, make it all up. Take the rules that I have and go, I don't know, some guy on the internet made this up, but I made some additions to it, and I'm just going to kind of use them lightly and then kind of do whatever I want. And then that's it. Then don't change anything about it and just run it as is, and then everybody will just go along with everything that you decide.
Have a basic understanding of what Fallout is.
I've talked to
and you could
yeah.
run-
I would say if you want to
Play
run
one
a
of the
campaign,
games or read some
I mean, go into the
There's
game.
some-
I can't do it because we're streaming, but the amount of how free I would be if my players didn't know anything about Fallout and I wasn't streaming, I could just steal from the video games, and that's what I did for a one shot that I did for some other friends, and they didn't know.
No.
And it was great.
would've?
And I was just like, boom, there. But like, make your own additions to it. And the rule system is so freeform anyways that you can just kind of do whatever you want. I would say that, I don't know, use the vaults. That's kind of the coolest part about Fallout to me. And utilize like old war stuff. You can take a lot of things from post-apocalyptic games and sort of warp them. And like that's what I've been doing sort of lately is like looking at other post-apocalyptic stories and seeing what they would sort of be like in Fallout and then adding my own twist to it. That's already what I do anyways. So I was really into Last of Us, like, because the show came out. And so I was like, I want you guys to go to a gas station with a bunch of zombies because that sounds fun. And that was that encounter because I was just like, I've been watching zombie show, so let's do zombies. And there's ghouls. So Fallout always has a thing for it, but you can always find something new. But I just kind of make everything up. And that's that's what's fun about Fallout is that if we're running D&D, I'm often corrected, which is fine. Like, everybody plays D&D, we know how to play the game, and it's a system, and we're streaming it, so, like, you want to correct it. But with Fallout, I wrote it. I made it up. So whenever I say something, everybody's like, okay. And I'm like, oh, feels so good.
And at the start of the game, you went, hey, if you do know anything about the Fallout games, this is different.
Oh, yeah, it's a different universe.
Yeah.
If the platinum
Dolly
chip
Parton
gets
exists.
exploded, oh, well, that's what happens.
It did.
It did.
It technically did, yeah. You guys still have it.
Do we?
It
So,
was
you know
not
what's
one of the
gone?
things I designated.
Do you
for
know-
Oh,
the
shit.
character sheets.
Oh, my God. We've branched so far from the timeline.
Do you know who does have the platinum chip? Ace.
Good.
That's what I thought.
It's in his rump.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if one of you motherfuckers had that chip and went, don't need it, I was going to be like, whoa, how bold. I mean, sure, but damn, how bold.
Yeah. I toss it up in the air and I shoot it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
I
you,
survive,
Hug.
and I'm like, take that, God.
Okay, we're going to speed through some of these questions if you don't mind.
Yeah, speed through yours.
Okay, yeah, and then we'll do some of yours.
No.
No? Okay, just mine?
Yeah.
Okay, Fifia Machine, have you tried Pathfinder 2e, or do you have any intentions of trying it?
We're going too soon.
We're going too soon. I think Jack's game, which we plan on running after Avnia, Jack is planning on running Pathfinder, and we're all trying to learn it right now. So
I watched a 2-hour video that No Nats did about how to play Psychic, and I'm still confused.
yep.
I think I'm not going to play
I'm super
that.
excited to play Pathfinder,
Me
though.
too.
It looks like fun.
I am very excited.
Yep. There was another question in here I really liked. I'm trying to find it. Where did it go? Artemis asked, your characters are being executed. They are granted one final request. What is it?
I'm going to pull a line from The Mummy, and it's when he's gonna die.
Yeah.
And they're like, do you have any last requests? And he's like, cut the rope and let me go.
Is that what Myers
And then,
says?
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then they're like, he's like, can
I do that? And he's like, no, still hang him,
yeah,
idiot.
kill
And he's
him.
like, oh, yeah.
So something stupid like that.
Yeah.
How about you don't kill me?
Tara's final request is that she be allowed to do a backflip.
Hell yeah.
And then they'd probably be like, no. And she'd be like, damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang.
She being shot.
I don't know.
Sorry, you gotta go.
No.
You gotta go.
Is it Dread? Is it Branch? Who
No.
the fuck is shooting her?
It's a what's it called? Firing squad.
The Witchlight Firing
Witchlight.
Squad, the Feywild.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of Heron gone, and they're like,
Bang, 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 bang,
you've
bang.
committed crimes against
Or people.
Skyrim and her people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Branch?
I have no idea. It's probably something on the lines of whatever the fucking ye old delete my browser history
All right,
is.
Craig, close your eyes.
Okay.
Branch is standing in the middle of the Feywild.
Okay.
She's finally, all of her crimes have caught up to her.
Okay.
And the Witchlight, not the Witchlight, sorry, Bavlorna, no, not Bavlorna, I don't know, Tasha, or who are we trying to save? Zabilna? Zabilna is like, you've saved me, but unfortunately you are to be executed. You gotta go. And she's about to kill you, and she says, what is your final request, Branch of Waterdeep?
The fucking Bicklewick clan or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Probably just to do it already.
Get it over
Can
with.
you hurry up?
Yeah.
We got places
She
to
says,
be.
now I'm going to do it even slower.
No.
God, I'm gonna torture you now.
Make it quick, please.
You just delete
knees
from
hurt.
existence. You
I'm pretty sure they in the United States they killed someone with the firing squad like this year. It's still illegal in like one state to just
Stop.
fucking shoot a guy until he's dead.
I don't know if that's what farts. I hope that's not. But to be honest, we live in a terrible country at the moment.
I would like to say,
it cannot be the only.
I just want to
that
point
cannot
out
be how
that
it happens.
without firing squad, it is legal for police officers to shoot people until they're dead. So I just want to point out,
I
it's
mean,
not
death penalty.
it's still a fucking issue.
Maybe this is I don't know. I don't even know. This would be like showing my ignorance. I always thought there were several people in a firing squad because no one knew which the real bullet.
No, I
was
think
in.
that's a thing.
There's only one bullet.
It may have varied.
but all the
from
other ones are false because you don't want
firing
to.
squad to firing squad.
Yeah, because I don't think any. I thought that was the thing. Like someone will die.
Yeah, it's the
but it's not
admissible
any
guilt
one
or
particular.
something.
Yeah, it's not any one particular
So
fault.
everybody.
I really hope they don't riddle people. I don't think kill anybody this squad anyway, but I hope they don't just riddle a person's corpse
They get the
for no reason.
They get the rocket launcher. And one of you doesn't
One of
have
you?
a rocket
Give
launcher.
them the LMG.
They all fire,
wrong.
and there's one guy who's like very obviously did not shoot a rocket.
And they're like,
He's
bro,
like, mine's not loaded. They're like, she's just shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
you still, Chief, you still want to set this frag mine? You're like, no.
Everyone's gonna set one, but one's not gonna go off.
Everyone set a frag mine.
Everyone
Everyone has C4.
All of you have. Sorry, I can't say. All of you.
Not to lessen
Each one of you.
firing squad or death, but this is how absurd I think the whole fucking process is. No one should die. Why die like that? Because that's the same
It's
thing.
horrible. Each of you have an orbital laser.
All of you have that laser from Gears of War 3.
One of them is not loaded.
All of you have a chainsaw sword, but only one is loaded.
They each push a button. It's just
So stupid.
God damn it.
This is dumb.
Oh man.
My last wish is
What are you reading? You're reading.
I'm reading about firing squads.
Oh my god, we gotta get out of
No,
here.
yeah. We gotta get it before this happens. Our ignorance is showing. Okay.
I got guns in my knees. I got guns in my calves. I got guns in my eyeballs. I got guns in my
Ew.
ass. I got guns in my ears, and I've got guns in my chest cavity. All
Okay.
my body parts have been replaced with guns. I am a corpse.